All right, so I'm always getting asked about someone that's less than 12. Y'all know my thing about 12. Over 12 means 12 times 4, 12 times 5, 12 times 6. Anyway, so with Marilyn, with her skin, I've already kind of started prepping it. I first moisturized it, and be sure whenever you're moisturizing your skin, especially more mature skin, rub your moisturizer into your hands and then press it into the skin. That will get the moisturizer really into the skin before you start putting anything on top of it. The more we get everything to go into the skin, the better it's going to lay onto the skin, the less it will collect into places we don't want to see. So by really pressing that moisturizer into the skin, we'll get everything into the skin, becoming one with the skin, so it will make the skin look more supple and more youthful. We don't want to use a lot of product because then it's just going to look like it's laying on top of the skin, so I just used a nice, soft, light layer of foundation on top of it. And then I've not concealed yet because I want to wait until we have finished doing the eyes to clean up underneath there and then go back and conceal. Now we're going to fill in her brows. My goal here is just to give Marilyn a really pretty youthful glow. Now remember, my feeling on brows is fuller brows makes you look younger. So I love a nice pretty full brow. So we're going to use every bit of brow Marilyn has to get the fullness that we can out of it. Little short feathery hair-like strokes. You have quite a few brow hairs. Have you ever had them dyed?
I have.
Just fades too fast.
Mm-hmm.
As always with Marilyn's eye, my goal is to open the eye up and make it look as open and wide awake as possible. Now since her eyelid is starting to hood, I want to push all this fleshiness away and I want to make the eye as wide open as possible. As she looks down, you can see right where that crease starts to fold. I want to lighten all this so that it opens the eye up and then start to deepen all this to push it away. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight that lid. Now I want to be really careful about this, but I do want to use a little bit of a cream, just the tiniest bit of a cream on that lid, just so I can get a really nice pop of color, because I am going to use a matte, because I don't want to accentuate any texture of the skin. So I'm going to start with a little bit of a cream shadow right on that lid, really blending it out. Using my brush number 14 to get really specific where I'm putting the color. Then I'm going to go back over it with the matte beige. Really brighten that lid. And then I'm going to use a matte beige to highlight just up at the brow bone. Now, you know me, I can't really go any further until I can start to see what's happening. So I'm going to put up my first coat of mascara, just so I can kind of see where we're going, how much definition I'm going to get from lashes. Look straight at me. Don't worry about getting mascara anywhere, it'll come off. Get really at the base of those lashes to get that first layer on. All right, now we're going to start to push back the part of the lid we don't want to see. Now, because I want to be more specific with my placement, I'm going to go ahead and use a smaller brush than I might use on a hooded eye normally. So I'm only going to use my number 11. I'm going to grab some matte taupe. I'm going to start to apply it to that fleshy area. Blending it out. With Marilyn's look, I'm not trying to get really dramatic. I'm just trying to push the lid away, just give her a really pretty soft eye look. I'm gonna grab my number 28 brush, blending it out. Open for me. I'm going to take my number 30 and some more taupe. Start to layer it onto the lid, outer corner of the lid. Just start to create my depth. Blending it out. Marilyn, does this feel like the way you do it?
I would have been done probably 14 minutes ago.
Well, normally I would be done quicker too if I was just not chasing it. Okay, now I'm going to start to define at the lash line before I start to do anything too dark. I'm going to first push some color into the lash line. Okay, open and look down for me. And I'm just going to take my number 41 brush. I'm just going to push some dark shadow right into the lash line. This will really start to make our lashes look thicker. God, your eyes are so blue. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of a deeper coppery color just right at the base of the lashes for a little bit more definition. to make them even bluer. Look straight into that camera. All right, now I want just to let you move back straight ahead this way. Now I want just a little bit more definition. I want a little bit more definition. Definition at the lash line. So I'm just going to take some brown eyeliner because I don't want it to be too dark. Look down for me. And I'm just going to do it right at the lash line. Then I'm going to take my number 18 brush and just a touch of brown shadow and go over that brown eyeliner. Now we're going to clean off everything we dripped. Before I do that, I'm going to knock any extra shadow off the lashes. Look up. I didn't put any concealer on yet. Also, I like to be able to go back and not only clean off anything I dripped, but I like to add a little extra, have an opportunity to add a little more eye cream as well before I finish off with my concealer at this moment. So by waiting to finish off this area, it's an added bonus. Just pressing that eye cream into the skin, letting it become one with it, as well as getting off anything excess color-wise that we may have dripped. You can see where I've gotten some stuff off. So the skin will be nice and fresh. Again, I'm using a foundation that is very, very high in pigment and low in viscosity. So we're just getting the most subtle amount of weight on her skin with the highest amount of coverage. Because we're not trying to cover up Marilyn's skin, we're just trying to even it out a bit without it looking heavy. She's not asking for the world. She's not asking to look like she's got 20-year-old skin. We're just asking to look pretty, right, Marilyn? Who would want to be 20 again? Ugh. I wouldn't go back if I could.
Nope.
We're going to put a little concealer right in the inside. Now here's the hugest mistake that most women make. They think that because they've got concealer, they need it all the way underneath their eyes. Marilyn does not have darkness all the way underneath her eyes. She only has it in here. That's the only place she needs concealer. If she was to put it all the way underneath her eyes, she'd put it in areas where she had fine lines. It's not kind to those areas, so we only need to put it where we need it. Marilyn's too smart for that. She only puts it where she needs it. Do you?
I do now.
Did you used to automatically carry it all the way out?
I used to.
Not anymore.
Lately, no. Just because of that, it shows the wrinkles. So.
Yeah. And you don't really have any darkness out there. Now here's another trick that I like. Because too much powder will also draw attention to fine lines. We all know that. And the last thing we want is too much powder. But we still need to set things. I like to do what I call finger powdering. So I'll take my powder, my finger, and I'll just lightly finger powder, which will give me enough to set the area without drawing attention to fine lines. Whereas with a brush, I might get too much product. With a puff, I would definitely get too much product. Then in areas where she can take it, I might use a brush with hardly any powder on it, but just enough to do some setting. Now I'm going to finish her eyes. I'm going to take and use my matte taupe. Look up for me. I'm going to go right along her lower lash line with my number 13 brush, just for some definition. Highlight the inside corner. Look up for me. Blend where they meet. Mascara the bottom lashes. I am using waterproof on the bottom lashes. I also used it as my first layer on the top to hold the curl. I used it on the bottom as well because we tend to powder less, we tend to have more creams, products, and such. We might get a little more smearing underneath the eyes. This way we won't get running of the mascara. All right, now we're gonna give Marilyn a little bit of a glow. Bronzer is every girl's best friend. So we're just gonna give her cheeks a bit of a glow, give her some glow to her skin. using number 73 brush because the shape is great for a little bit of contouring. Then we're going to just do a tiny bit of cream blush first. Give her a beautiful glow. Smile for me. With her, such a sheer amount of foundation on, a cream really works great because it'll sink into the skin. And then since I've seen most of Marilyn's lipstick colors and I hated 99.9% of them, I'm going to choose a brighter, coralier color.
Well, you didn't see that one.
Oh, you have that one? Okay, okay. That was in your purse. It was with you.
It was in the downstairs makeup bag.
Oh, okay. It was the downstairs makeup bag. Okay. I feel better. I saw your winter colors, not your spring color. I believe you, actually, because you had bags everywhere. Yeah. How can you find you? Is it just whatever bag's near you, you grab, and that's the one
No,
you?
I know what
You have
where
which
it
into which bag? That's so funny. That's like me. I've got makeup everywhere, and I know exactly where each piece is and where to find it. Okay, so I am going to lightly conceal the edge just because your edge is not as defined as it once was, and I just want a nice edge to the lip, so just a tiny bit of concealer just right around the edge so we get a nice edge to the lip. I'm just going to use a nice nude lip pencil. Nothing dark. Blending it out. You see yourself?
Oh, wow. What a difference an hour makes. It's like I went to a plastic surgeon. Wow. That's great. It looks really natural.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to keep you natural looking.
Wow, that's really nice.
It said we have to do an hour to look natural.
I know. Wow, that's really pretty. You do a good job. Very
Now we just need to
nice.
give you the colors to make so you can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so all about natural for Marilyn. I just wanted to give her skin a nice glow, give her cheeks a pretty pop of color. It was about just opening her eyes up, defining at the lash line, pushing the lid back so that we can really see the blue of her eyes. She's got a gorgeous eye color and I really wanted to bring that out. So it's not really about more is more. I chose colors. It's not about doing it heavy. It's the colors you choose, using them correctly to make everything show up more and bring out her inner beauty. We're gonna take her away. Mess her hair up a little bit, take her back to the way she came in with it a little bit floppier and wild because she's really kind of a little on the wild side anyway. And we're gonna do her after. All right, we'll be right back. I used a matte beige cream, a matte beige, a matte taupe, a shimmer copper, a cream coral blush, and then a coral lipstick.